Happy Nevermoreathon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute since I made a video, but I'm here now, back. I hope I'm back. I really plan to come back in full. It's been quite a few months. I do owe you an explanation of what happened if you haven't been following me on Discord, but yeah, it's been a few months. And I think the last time I posted a vlog was in February. And now is August. It is, in fact, August 2nd. So I'm introducing you a little bit late to the vlog because this is vlog for the Nevermoreathon readathon, which started yesterday. If you don't know, Nevermoreathon is a readathon hosted by Denise over at Chaos in Bookland. It is a readathon based on or inspired by the TV show Wednesday. And this version, because we already had one about 2 years ago, but this version is inspired by the PoCup in season 1. And since Wednesday is coming back for season 2 in August, in next week, it's first, I don't know, I think 2 or a few episodes are released next week. Denise decided to host this readathon again. And I am a leader of one of the teams. I'm a leader of the team Goldbucks, and we have a bingo board with prompts that we are supposed to tick off. We can triple up on books on the prompts. The books can fulfill 3 different prompts on the board, and of course we get points for completing a prompt or completing a row or the entire board. But if you want to know more, I will link down below the announcement to the readathon, so you can go check it out yourself. But I am going to try to read as much as possible this month. Get back to reading, get back to vlogging and YouTube. I'm really excited to be back. First, maybe really quick recap of why I've been gone for so long. I don't really know why I haven't posted. I have been sprinting, or I was sprinting every week in March and April, but I did not post any videos. I just did not feel like it. I just was prioritizing other things in my life, like planning a wedding and studying and work. I had a lot of work in April. I did a lot of overtime at work, so it was just too much, and I did not want to overdo it for myself. I just needed some time. So I was doing only sprints, no videos. And then in May, I was a volunteer at the hockey championship that was in Stockholm. But I only went, I think I only did 2 shifts, and then I got sick. So I didn't go back. And then it was a whole thing for the entire month when I was struggling with anxiety and all kinds of things. And of course, the wedding planning was peaking almost, because we had wedding in July. So last month, beginning of last month, or mid last month. And yeah, so we were planning wedding. That was also why June was completely full. It was insane. So I did not have time. And then July was the wedding and vacation. I've been on vacation. As you can see, we started the vlog. We are in Venice right now in Italy. First time we are in Venice, and absolutely love it. This is absolutely bizarre place. I've never even imagined anything like this. Like, of course, I know what Venice is. I knew what Venice was. I seen the pictures, but man, oh man, bonkers, insane, love it. So yeah, we've been here. This is the last day here though. Tomorrow we are heading back north, back home. We have one stop in Slovakia to visit my sister and my friend, but then we are going to Sweden and back to work next week. But that's not what this vlog is about. So we're gonna be talking about what I've been reading, or what I plan to be reading. It's not a TBR video, so I'm not gonna walk you through every single thing. I did share my TBR on Discord though, and that TBR is going to change for sure, because I'm already reading a little bit different books than I planned. It's just how it is. But to get into the reading part, I did plan a TBR. I know it will change, so I'm not gonna go through it right now, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm reading at the moment. And at the moment, I'm reading One Summer in Tuscany by Domenica De Rosa. And this is, I think, English writer. author from Great Britain who writes or wrote this book back in 2000. This book was published a long time ago. In 2008, original name was Summer School, I think. And now it's been republished and changed to One Summer in Tuscany. And I bought this in Florence because we spent a few days in Tuscany and 1 day in Florence. And I just thought it was perfect. I just really like the sound of this. It is a book about a writing retreat in Tuscany for 2 weeks. So the authors from all around the world, about 8 of them, I think, come to Tuscany, to this castle that this woman, Patricia, restored, and she's living there and hosting all kinds of different retreats. Not all right, ran out of storage, and then there was the church bell concert. Anyway, so I've been reading this book. It is set in Tuscany, and Patricia restored this old castle, and she's hosting different kinds of retreats, and she's now hosting a writer retreat for 2 weeks in Tuscany. And we have different characters, and we read different points of view as well. And we read from these characters, not all of them, but most of them have a point of view. I do mix up two of the characters. I'm not quite sure which one is which, but otherwise I don't have problems with the characters at all, and I'm so enjoying it, especially when I started reading it in Tuscany. I was just, it was a dream. I just couldn't stop reading it. Now we're not in Tuscany anymore, and it's not as unresistible as it was before, but I'm still really enjoying it. I'm halfway through. I was, before the month started, less than halfway through. I think I was 20%. So I was like, I think I was on page 90. I don't know. I was something like this in. So I'm still gonna read all of this in this month. So I'm going to, try to find some prompts for it. I need to look at the board and see what prompts this will fit. I really hope it will fit some prompts. But anyway, I'm really enjoying this one. And then yesterday I started on my Kindle a NetGalley book, or a book I have from NetGalley as an ARC. It's called Master Jeweler. And this, I don't know much about it, but I think it is a historical fiction set in China, or on the border between China and Russia. And it's about a girl who will meet or somehow get involved with a master jeweler. I honestly don't know what it's about, but I love the sound of it when I read the description, and I love the cover. So I decided to grab it. It was for the Hercad challenge because it was published in June this year. And one of the prompts is to read a new release within 60 days from the published date, whether before or after. So I'm still fulfilling that prompt for June. And again, I have no idea if it will fit any prompt, but I'm reading it because I want to read it for the Hercad. So I hope it works for some of the prompts. I have to check it out. I will let you know for sure. But another thing I wanted to let you know, I'm not reading any other book. I have another book on audiobook right now that I also started last month, but I'm about 15% through, so it's definitely gonna count towards this readathon as well. It's Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I have it on audiobook, so I listened a little bit to it like last week, and I love the audiobook. So far, I love the vibe of it. It's amazing. It is about a dragon who takes a girl from this village every 7 years, I believe. Takes one girl, and the girl serves him. And now he takes our main character. Spoiler alert. He takes the main character, from which we follow the story. From which point of view we follow the story. And so far, I am loving it. So I can't wait to get back to that audiobook when I get the chance. It's not as easy on vacation, but I can't wait when I get to it. But also, one more thing. This book, I got it in Florence as well, is our group book for our team. So it's like team book for the team Goldbucks. It's called Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. I picked this one for us It's been on my radar for a long time, especially because it was one of G's book club picks, I believe last year, and I never got to it. But now I was thinking what book I could pick for this theme, because this theme, Goldbugs, it's based on mermaids and sirens. And I was like, okay, some mermaid or siren book for sure we need to have. And I found this one, or like this one kept popping up, and I was thinking, why not? I think I can enjoy it. So I picked this one. What it is about, I honestly do not know. There is a sticker right over the text, so I can read only a little bit. 17-year-old Alosa, daughter of the feared pirate king, is on a mission. She must retrieve an ancient hidden map, the key to a legendary treasure trove. The catch, Alosa needs to conceal her considerable combat skills and allow herself to be captured by her enemies, giving her the perfect opportunity to search their ship. More than a match for the ruthless pirate crew, Alosa has only one thing standing between her and the map: her captured and unexpectedly clever and unfairly attractive first mate, Raiden. But luckily she has a few, and then, I don't know, because there is a sticker, I will have to remove the sticker. But yeah, it's about the girl who is very skilled and very good at the piratey things. And there are sirens involved, because the second book is also called Daughter of the Siren Queen, I believe. So there are definitely sirens. I think she might be half siren herself. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is the update, and I will read this one as soon as I finish my current physical book, which is this one. That's the plan. But yeah, I think that is all for the update right now. We are going to have dinner soon and then go for another walk, because all day it's been thundering and it's been a dark, scary day. Not scary, but it was like big thunder right in the city. And now it is sunny. I can't even see any clouds. So we're gonna go for another walk in the evening. And then tomorrow, a long journey to Slovakia. So I don't know how much I'll be able to update you in the upcoming days, but I will definitely update you. And yeah, good luck, Goldbugs. Go read those books. It is now Thursday evening. I don't know where the time has gone. It's now Thursday evening, August 7th, and we are now home. As you can recognize the background, even though you haven't met the dragon yet, but you've met Joey. You know Joey. Here are two new creatures in our family. Here is a dragon. Beautiful knitted dragon inspired by Aragon. This is not his dragon, but it's a dragon. And then I got a turtle here. Beautiful blue turtle from Natalie. I have these two, the dragon and the turtle. They don't have name yet, but they will. But those are the two new additions to the animal family over here. Thank you, Natalie, so much. I cried when I got them, so thank you so much. But anyway, you can recognize we are now home. We arrived home yesterday. I did not talk to you since last Saturday when we were still in Venice. I did not really have time to film because it was just completely packed days. On Sunday we spent all day traveling. We left at like 10 a.m. and arrived at 11 p.m. The day after, I was visiting my sister and a friend. Again, came home at like 11 p.m. Completely crazy day. And the next day, which was the day before yesterday, we had to leave home, or well, my mom's house, 5:30 in the morning to catch a ferry at 6. And then of course I had time on the ferry to film, but somehow I just didn't get to it. And then it started to sway a lot. And so I was just like in my bubble listening to my favorite book, or my like a comfort book, and doing a nonogram. So I was just in my bubble trying to keep my brain occupied with that instead of how much the boat was swaying. And then we got home yesterday, and here we are. Yesterday was completely wasted. Well, you know, with like tiredness, not alcohol. No alcohol was consumed. And yeah, just plopped in the evening, honestly. So here I am today. We already were at work today, but we took it a bit easy. The first day back from vacation is always a bit easier. And after work, I went to library. I wanted to film in the library, but it just was so busy. I've never seen the library so busy, so I just did not feel that comfortable filming. So I did not film, but I did get 3 books there. The first one that is on my TBR for Nevermoreathon is The Slow Regard for Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. This is the companion novel to the Kingkiller Chronicles. The first book being The Name of the Wind, and the second The Wise Man's Fear, which I absolutely adore, both 5 stars. And this is a companion novel, so I hope to read this one. I have not bought it because I don't know why, actually. It just says that the author was kind of like forced by publisher to write it, so I don't know. But I got it from library. If I love it, I'll buy it, of course, to have the entire set, because I have the first 2 books. But it is very short. It has 160 pages, so that's the first one. Then I borrowed The Duke and I by Julia Quinn, which is the first book in the Bridgerton series. And yeah, I didn't think I would be reading this, but Julia Quinn is coming to the book fair I'm going to in September. So I thought, you know, I'm gonna read the book to see if it's worth to trying to chase her down and meet her, or if it's not my thing. So that's what we're gonna do here. I don't know if it will fit into Nevermoreathon. I don't know if I'll read it this month or next month in September. We shall see, but I've got it. And then one book I found, because these 2 I reserved, so I went to pick them up. But one book I found that was in the library, and I thought it was perfect for Nevermoreathon, An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. Alexis Henderson is kind of like a spooky writer. I believe that's the author of, The Year of the Witching and House of Hunger. I haven't read House of Hunger. I read The Year of the Witching, and it is spooky. The vibes are immaculate. And yeah, I heard about this. Not so great things. Actually, I never heard anybody talking about it except of Sid from Sid the Bookworm, and she DNF'd it, I believe. But I read what it is about, and I thought it sounded really good. And it's gonna fit for the bingo board for Goldbacks, because it says that Lennon has been chosen because, like everyone else at the school, she has the innate gift of persuasion, the ability to wield her will like a weapon, using it to control others, and in rare cases, matter itself. And I feel if you are able to control others, that is unfair play. And one of the prompts is book with unfair play. So that fits. It's black. It has a golden bug on the cover, which, hello, gold bugs. I don't know if it has any water creatures, so it's not gonna tick any of those boxes, but I hope it's gonna tick any other boxes. It is a big one though, but I am quite excited because it sounds great. But we'll get to this one in a future vlog. It's not gonna be in this one because this vlog will end tomorrow. And so what I'm attempting tomorrow, or by the end of tomorrow, is to finish this one. I'm still reading this one. I'm on page 235, 5, this much in. And I do hope to finish this today. That's not gonna happen. I have about 130 pages left, but I'm gonna do my best. There is going to be Amy's sprints over at, what's her name? Let me see what her name is. Amy McCaw. And she's going to have sprints now at 8. She's the leader of the vampire team. I'm now not sure. Is that the Pit and the Pendulum? I'm not sure which team that is. But She's the leader of the vampire team, and she's going to have sprints, so I'm going to be watching that and trying to get this finished. And then when I do that, I will also go walk at some point, because I need to do 2 minutes of walk every day until the end of September to complete a challenge on Garmin, but that's a whole different story. And I'm still reading The Master Jeweler. I did not make much of progress on that one, but I will get to it, I think, soon. I don't know when, but I will. And I'm listening to Uprooted, and I have not listened much more to it. I listened to it a little bit on the boat, and it has also quite spooky vibes, but like fairy tale-like spooky vibes, and I love it so far. So this is the update. I didn't tell you anything, really. I did not tell you anything. The only thing I can say, One Summer in Tuscany, I recommend reading in Tuscany, or at least in Italy, or at least in a summer place, so you can really get the vibe of it. Because right now, like, sure, I started reading it when we were there, and I loved it. And now, I mean, I'm still enjoying it. It's still the same vibe, but now I'm home in Sweden, 20 degrees. I had a jacket today and I was cold. It's not quite the same vibe as reading it in Tuscany when it's 30 degrees and just like really being in it. So if you can, I recommend reading this in Tuscany, or, you know, the other way around. Go to Tuscany. If you ever go to Tuscany, buy this book or borrow from library, whatever you prefer, and read it there, because that was absolutely like on spot. But yeah, I'm going to be reading this. I have my tea. Amy is going to start sprinting in 12 minutes already. Wow. And yeah, that is the goal for today. And yeah, let's hope I can get a big chunk of this done and hopefully close to finishing. Hello. It is now Saturday evening. You can probably see the time there a bit. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It is now Saturday evening, so I'm here to wrap up the vlog because I did not have the energy for it last night. I finished One Summer in Tuscany by Domenica De Rosa last night. I gave it, I think, 4 stars on Goodreads, but it's more like 3.5, 3.75. Because I mean, I did enjoy it. It was especially amazing when I started reading it Tuscany, but then when I got back, it was not the same vibe anymore, and also the story was kind of not like dragging, but not enough things happened for what the book was. Now, I did buy the book just for the light entertainment in Tuscany on the vacation, just a light read. I didn't want anything heavy. This didn't deliver anything. Well, there was some heavier topics, definitely, but it was all still kind of light version. And I did like that. So I cannot really, complain, but at the same time, for this kind of book to get higher rating from me, it would need to go a little bit more into depth, So it's kind of like my fault, really, because I did want a book that would just be light, but maybe it wasn't light enough to get the actual rating for the light reading. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyway, I will give it 4 stars on Goodreads. I did enjoy it. If you happen to be in Tuscany and want some light reading that will be like set in Tuscany, this one is definitely a good call, because set in Tuscany, writer's retreat, about books, loved it. I also did really like the ending, because, we follow about 12 people. Only a few of them, like, we get their point of view, but overall we have multiple characters. And some of them got a good ending, some of them got a little bit, bittersweet ending, and some of them not bad, but just like not what they hoped. And I really enjoyed it, and not everybody got what they wanted, so I did like that. So this is done. It fulfilled 3 prompts. I will write it up here to let you know what prompts it fulfilled, because I cannot remember right now. But it did not also make me complete a bingo, so too bad, but I still finished the book and got total of 5 prompts right now. I did read a little bit more of The Master Jeweler, and there I am now about 10% in, and I really enjoy it. So we follow this girl called Anu, who grows up in a town on the border between China and Russia, in very cold town, kind of like in Siberia. And she one day is painting at a train station, and because that's where she spends her days when she is done with her chores at home. And she finds a bag with a golden egg, or there is an egg with gems on it, and she returns it back to the person who owns it, and they give her a note that or a card that, if you ever travel to Shanghai, look me up, I'll help you out. And she's like, yeah, forgets about it. But then she goes on living her life with her mother in this small town where they are kind of struggling to get through, because nobody wants to give her mother a good job because of her bad reputation. And this is also set in 1920-ish, something like that. So, she is a single mother, and when people find out, they don't want anything to do with her, and so she struggles to feed them and give them a good accommodation and a good life. And then one day she dies, and Anu basically effectively becomes an orphan, because her father has no interest in her whatsoever, and her mother died. So and she doesn't have enough money to take care of the rent of the apartment, so she's kicked out of there. And now what's she gonna do? She travels to Shanghai and goes to see this jeweler, and that's where we are basically right now. She is in the jewelry store in the family, because they live in the same place as the store is. And so she's there, and only the jeweler whose egg she found, who invited her, only he is nice to her, but the rest of his family are really mean to her. And yeah, so far it's very interesting, and I'm really curious about it. And it's an arc, so that's a plus. But yeah, that is the summary of this vlog. So I will talk to you more about Master Jeweler in the next vlog, because I'll be continuing reading that. And yeah, that is it for this week. It was not that much reading, but yeah, I was just, on vacation, getting back from vacation. It was kind of like a half week. But from today, I'm just home, getting back to the routine. So the next vlog hopefully will be a little bit more reading focused, and a bit more also Wednesday themes, because I plan some Wednesday themed things. So we shall see. But that's it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how you are doing so far in Nevermoreathon. And yeah, hope to see you in the next one. Bye!